The first Nigerian content workshop, organized by members of the Distinguished Nigerian Senate Committee on Petroleum Resources Upstream, took place in Calabar, Cross River State. It was a highly successful workshop attended by all regulatory bodies, participants in the oil and gas industry, and we were there with our crew to cover the event. Now let's go to Calabar.
The Nigerian Local Content Workshop was held in the city of Calabar, Cross River State. It was a high-class event initiated by the Senate Committee on Petroleum Resources Upstream. It was the first time members of the Senate Committee on Petroleum Resources Upstream will be meeting stakeholders in the Nigerian oil and gas industry in a workshop on local content. The atmosphere was very brightly filled with distinguished senators, members of the House of Representatives, and other stakeholders, especially international oil companies and their Nigerian indigenous counterparts. The event was kicked off by the host, the chairman, Senate Committee on Petroleum Resources Upstream, Senator Tayo Alashodura. He expressed dissatisfaction at the level of the local content implementation of the policies as stated in the Act so far.
Despite the enactment of the No-Gift Act 2010, the much anticipated growth of indigenous capacity has not translated into improved development because of the view of the big players that the indigenous players lack the technology to perform well in the industry as well as the inadequate level of compliance to the Act. This development definitely posed some challenges to all stakeholders towards the full implementation of the policy.
He encouraged stakeholders to express any valuable inputs freely during the workshop, as a valuable inputs on how government can provide framework for the policy to be fully implemented in line with international best practices.
This interactive workshop is therefore designed to provide a forum for all stakeholders to discuss freely in order to provide valuable inputs for government in the preparation of an effective framework that will ensure the total implementation of the policy in line with international best practices. This workshop will also afford all participants the opportunity to engage experts on various subject matters affecting the development of indigenous capacities in the industry. It is my firm belief that my committee and relevant government agencies will benefit enormously from divergent suggestions and recommendations arising from this workshop.
He further spoke on the need to deliberate on how Nigeria can improve the present state of the local content in the oil and gas industry of Nigeria.
At this juncture, I would like to state that we need to really deliberate seriously here today, tomorrow, and day after on how Nigeria could improve the present state of local content in the oil and gas industry. The loss gave 65%. We have to work hard and start from today to see how we can meet the challenge of achieving that 65% in the next 5 years.
He further spoke of the way forward out of the present situation that the oil and gas company has found itself.
In order to get out of the present precarious situation, realistic incentive arrangements, effective foreign exchange management, and debt restructuring